Come and get started on a new mission, a new direction, a new intention. Welcome to 5.8G Alive at Connections 50 Plus. I am Terri-Ann Joseph Brathwaite.
And I am Jennifer Gibbons Joseph, catering to all your prospects in the third act of life.
Economic well-being, social gratification, personal fulfillment.
Join us on Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Connections 50 Plus Facebook page, YouTube channel,
and on Gael the Caribbean.
So, 1st of April, Easter Monday, Connections 50 Plus is 5 years old and we celebrating.
So we invite you all to come out and hang with us because listen, it will be lots and lots of fun. So when we start at 11,
At Kaiso Blues.
listen to me. Oh gosh. And you know, it's so easy to find Kaiso Blues right there on Rice Road.
Yes.
And when you start turning, there's so much parking area.
Yeah.
So
Parking, brunch, music.
And me. Let me tell you,
yes.
we're going to have a frolicking time.
Oh,
we
yes.
have games and we have awards. All of you who've
Awards.
been to all of these Connections events, we have
$1 million
awards.
prize.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you something. Anybody who in our cohort that is 5.8G and alive, we will be at Kaiso
there.
Blues on Easter
April,
Monday
yes.
from 11 to 3.
3.
Listen, man,
Lots of
fun.
Brunch
And listen to me.
inclusive, $350 we have in
food
fun.
you cook at Kaiso Blues. Let me
Let
tell
me
you about that.
I can't go there and
Yes.
eat. I never go there and eat. Listen.
So, come and turn up and tune up.
Yes.
Yeah, just right.
We having a
I
good
can't believe all you wasn't going to call me.
No, you preempted. No, you preempted. We were just about to do it, and you came into the
yes.
How
rush
could we
it.
forget?
All right.
Yes.
I
How could
wouldn't
we
rush.
forget?
I wouldn't rush. What I do, I'll go and prep myself because I have to be there early.
Yes, me, man. Yeah,
So see you then.
right.
Hello.
Great.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Connections 50 Plus 5.8G Alive. There we are. I am Jennifer Gibbons Joseph, one of the co-creators of Connections 50 Plus, and as usual with me is my colleague.
Hi, I'm Terri-Ann
Yes.
Joseph Brathwaite, one of the co-creators of Connections 50 Plus.
We get the feedback, we ask, you get the impression that people, they want to know more about us. So this is where you could want to know more about us. We decided we will share a bit more so you will understand us better and hopefully you will engage with us more. As you get to know us, you would not hesitate to tell us what you think, what you would like us to discuss. So, Terri-Ann, so we start in sharing a bit about ourselves.
Yeah.
So let me let Terri-Ann start first. She said she's the shy one, right?
I won't say shy. I would say, all right, if we talk about us as a friend, let me talk about me as a friend and role in family and relationships and things like that. I am a real family person. I'm a real family person. I am the person in my family who would plan the events to bring everybody together and tie everybody together, and the social thing is around us. However, I have an alter ego. So while I am that person, the hub and spoke of the family, and people in the family would tend to know what is going on with everybody because I have a relationship with everybody, and I don't share information around very easily. But they also kind of call me the CEO of the family because I'm quite bossy, or quite decisive. I am quite decisive. And there's a lot of empathy and passion that goes there. My friends share this view also, but I and I think a lot of that comes out in our conversations. But I remember one of my dear friends, you know, I'm always open to hearing from them. Well, you know, how is our relationship? What's going on? And one of them said something to me that it was very hard to take. It was very hard to take, but I had to reflect a lot. And she said, you know, you're one of the best friends to have, but it's very difficult to be your friend because you don't accept help easily.
Okay.
You're not very open to being helped. And I sometimes come over across as I don't open the door for people to come in and help. I tend to get things done myself. And
would you call that, Terri-Ann, what you say long time? They see you as a know-it-all, or is it know-it-all is a negative?
I actually asked a friend if I ever can. And they said, no, not at all, not know it all, not know it all. There's a lot of humility and stuff, but it's that I don't, because I think friends see me and family see me as given a lot and they want to reciprocate, but they can't find room to do it. And I don't give space to do it. So it's kind of, I don't think it is a nice trait. I don't think, because it could make people feel like there's no balance in some place.
But have you ever checked out, Terri-Ann? Why is that?
And it is, I think it's had to do with something with being last. So from ever since I was little, you know, and my siblings have been looking at me. My role was always to organize people, organize.
But then would that come under the banner of being independent?
I think out of I wish I knew where. Fiercely independent.
Okay.
Independent it is the cause of my success, and I don't see myself as having a lot of failures, so I don't know if the independence blocking that.
You don't see any reason for anybody to help you. You can do it.
I think this is going to sound real bad. I just get it done so much more efficiently. And I think I do ask for help, but the fact that I've had 2 friends, no 3,
Who pointed that out to you?
myself, who have pointed out that while I have a warm heart and everything, I am the most difficult person to purchase gifts for. I'm the most difficult person to, if they see something happening and they reach to lend support, most likely things are organized already. So it's kind of like, woman, what's your story? So, but I am that person who I can be relied on, but not in this mamby-pamby way. I call a spade, and that's where my siblings will tell you that a bossy or whatever it is. But that's me.
No, as you're saying that, I'm trying to work out, looking as being in your friend circle.
Mm-hmm. You find
I never saw that trait because look at it this way.
You just
I'm not one to volunteer to do anything. If I feel I see you doing whatever you want to do and you're getting through with it, why am I stressing? I'm not going to volunteer to do anything. So I haven't seen I haven't seen that trait because I never tested it. I never had reason to test it.
That's how we get along.
So you're saying that, and I'm wondering. I really can't say that. I can't say the same. I find we getting along, very happy going along. I don't have any.
Gets done.
I don't have anything to do to put myself out to show that, to feel that I have to. Let me put it that way. I don't feel that there is anything that you need me to do, you know. And I also feel if you need me to do something, you would ask, which is okay with me.
And you do
So,
stuff that I don't feel I have to get into.
yeah.
It works out.
So so that's interesting, but that shows too that we do have different friends, and what is nice too is the honesty. I really it causes you to reflect, not change how you are, but reflect. And in reflection, you could easily understand that, okay, maybe sometimes those same friends might ask, and you say, well, let them do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no.
If it makes them feel good, not that
I'm
you
more
can't do it.
sensitive to it. I'm definitely more
Yeah,
sensitive
and I
now.
think that
Yeah.
helps. That helps with any relationship. When
Yeah.
you're talking about relationship, yes, they say relationship is a give and take, but is what we have to be careful with that. How much of yourself you're giving, or how much you want the person to give to you. That sort of thing.
Yeah. One of the last thing I'd say about me, and that surprises me, because I'm just generally open. Sometimes I meet people and they're surprised that you talking to me, and I wonder sometimes if I come over,
Too stiff.
it's like,
Not actually stiff.
it's like they sometimes surprise us how open I am, and I think that's what I know. I'm an introvert, and I would, but people are sometimes, oh my God, I never thought you were this open. But
Yeah.
so
But,
Jennifer, how about, go ahead.
But before I say anything on me, I don't see you as an introvert, and that is quite interesting. I don't see you as an introvert. I see you as somebody actually the opposite. I would more see you as the one who would embrace in a circle, the one who will be more embracing.
Yeah, very touchy and stuff like that. But my happiest times are in my house by myself, very quiet.
So probably that's why I didn't see
I love me
as
I love
that
me
introvert, but you who. But if I have to look at our friendship, I would say you are more the extrovert than I am, because when it comes in, I am not a touchy, huggy, nothing like that.
But Jennifer,
I
you're
meet
far
you.
more caring than I am. I will be touching and hugging and talking and stuff.
Yeah, I don't have and that is not when I speak about that and that aspect of my personality, it definitely goes back to childhood. I did not grow up. I grew up in a loving family circle. Don't get me wrong, but and you mentioned, because you believe coming down as to say a last child sort of thing, that you're independent, but your family was still small compared. So I feel independent. And I explained mine because we had, say, 8 in all. So, and I tease my mom here because our first was a boy and the last was a boy. And I come down so could you imagine, it's 6 girls. Unfortunately, one died as a baby. But so by the time in growing up, we have 5 girls. I come under the end there, the last of the 5 girls, with a boy at the end and the boy at the top. So, I'm forgotten. I am seriously the pride, I have the son, and the last one up is a son who have time for me. I never felt not being loved, but because of the amount, my parents weren't the huggy type, the hug and kiss. Their show of love and caring, they showed their love, we knew they loved us, they cared, but they didn't see the need to give you this hug when they're talking to you and all that.
By 8 of you all, when you get time to do that?
But I have a friend who's 9 of them, and I see all of them is a hug and a kiss and a hug and a kiss. But it's a difference. So it's not that it made me cold, but so I don't show that I care or love someone with that hug and kiss. But I guess the warmth come from me in a different way. The warmth will come because I genuinely care.
Yeah.
So when I speak to anyone, and it's easy for me, like you, it's easy for me to speak to people. It's easy for me in a crowd to say, hi, how you going? This could be the first time I would see someone. It's very easy for me to strike up, as to say, a conversation. And in striking up that conversation, it would not be anything negative. I don't encourage negative talk. So it would always be something to make that person feel good about themselves.
I see that in our interactions, because we
Yeah.
would have an event or we would have something. I would busy myself getting things done.
Yeah.
You will be talking to people and greeting people and
Yeah.
chatting and stuff, and I will be doing things. Yes, I'll talk to you in the course of doing something, but to just stand and talk.
So my part would not be going to get you a drink or snack or something.
Or make sure
Be
it's
serving.
organized. Make sure this is facilitated. Make sure that is done.
No, my thing is make you comfortable by chatting, not by serving. It went before I could think of offering you, unless I am the hostess, you know. Of course, you'll say make sure you have your drink thing. But if we are just hanging out, you know, saying, would you like me to get you a drink?
Yeah.
No, we can both go get a drink. So that would be that aspect of me. If I have to look at, and I don't even look at the floor, but like how you mentioned, maybe someone may have told you you're weak. It's a weak area, but point out that aspect to you that you may consider weak.
It was a conversation about our friendship.
For me, I tend to be very direct. And I have to sometimes withhold my comment. I don't have much tolerance for persons who tend to always be negative and on what we will say, looking at all is very critical of things. So from the time you start with a conversation, it would be a negative towards something. I tend to shut that down immediately without allowing that type of chat. So I am told I could be a little softer. So sometimes in my response to those negative type of comments, I may be a bit sharp, you know, they say, listen, I don't need to hear this. I don't agree with this. I don't feel I have to continue with this conversation. So I don't let that person off the hook easily by allowing them to continue. So it depends. So somebody may see it as me being either stiff or who I feel I am, you know, those type of comments. But that won't worry me because that is not something that I plan to change.
Yeah, but it's tempered with a lot of compassion. It's tempered with a lot of compassion.
Yeah.
Because I see you as a much more tolerant is not the right word, but understanding and empathetic person than I am sometimes. I sometimes come to a decision very quickly about, do I need to put more energy into this? No, all right, I'm going.
Yeah.
But you continue to push through.
I think because I feel at some stage I cut though. I can cut. I can cut off. But before I do that, I try to say, okay, let me give it the best I can.
Yeah.
And let me allow that person, and we're talking relationships, you know, let me allow that person, let me see where they're heading with this in a way. Before I decide, let me step back. I don't need that person in my circle.
Yeah.
I am very careful or cautious with who I allowed in my circle because I really do strive, Terri-Ann, on positive energy. I strive on positive energy. So my friends, who I consider my friends and I love dearly, they understand me and I understand them.
Yeah.
You know, they each bring different, they offer different aspects to help with my life, different aspects of my life, which I appreciate. I really, the negative aspect, and as I said, and that's why I went in probably being an energy coach, because I really see we much better off being positive than going down that negative road. Yeah.
Good.
Did I leave out anything about me?
I
That aspect
I don't
in
think
terms of
so.
friendship.
Friends. I think you are, you describe yourself very well. Your life is really, as I see it, made up of you and your circle. They're intimate
Yeah.
part, your family, your sisters,
Yeah.
your mother, your daughters, and your friends are all part of your life. When I compare to me, I am me, and then I have satellites on different things, and there are links to them. They're not, and that's why I said no, I'm an introvert, because I will go through the satellite there. You know, it's almost like a planetary system with spokes and little baubles, and
I have the full
yeah,
suit.
you well integrated. Everybody's in within your ball.
Yeah.
I go to different points. Okay, so Jennifer, let's talk about how we have fun. How do you have fun?
Oh wow. How do I have fun? I do so many things to have fun. Fun for me, just being with friends. I love that aspect. And when I say socialize, it don't have to be socializing is just visit a friend and sit down and talk. Being on the phone, chatting. Of course, family. I love to say now with the grands, I have grands, so I enjoy that. I enjoy the visits from my children. I enjoy so many things. I would get up like I have a routine, a basic routine that keeps me going. So at least 4 days a week. Well, now with the pandemic, but I still do my exercise. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy walking. I enjoy going in the garden and seeing what plants. What I don't enjoy, girl. You know what I don't enjoy? Let me say that because I enjoy so many things. I really enjoy life. If I have to, I don't like driving in the night. So I love going out, but I like to be driven. So I enjoy being driven. That makes me happy, you know, Terri-Ann. Just going for an early morning walk, early morning drive with a friend, just
Anything
chatting.
with people, you happy, Jennifer? Anything?
I could. And I'm not saying there are a lot of that, but I allow all the positives to take charge, Terri-Ann. I really do. Even, I mean, I don't allow the negatives to spoil my life. Let me put it that way.
I can see that with you.
Yeah.
And joy comes very easily from simple things, and
Yeah.
big and small, it really doesn't matter. Once there are
I would
people
say
around,
that.
you can have a great time. Yeah. If I were to look at myself again in this conversation, as much as you all see you viewers, you all see me looking and smiling and stuff like that, Jennifer is having fun in this conversation. This is really not a fun conversation.
I'm gonna sage advice. You see, 5.8, I decide I'm not getting old and miserable. You know, I told you all that before. I have no intentions of aging and being miserable. No.
But for me, I suppose I live my life in service of friends and family. I really do. I love to entertain. I love to cater to, I love to feed people. I love to cook. I love to see that people are taken care of and happy. But
that's not my joy, Terri.
No, but surprisingly, while
so that's great to know.
No, it's part of what makes me happy. But I am, and this is going to sound weird, and this again is me as that introvert, and I am happiest when I could just get away from everybody I know and go somewhere different and just have an adventure. I like adventures that are different. So I would, and I go for long periods. I would tell in the past 2 years I haven't been able to do it. For the last, let me say, about 10 years, I've been happiest because I have a couple of friends, a girlfriend and some other friends that we're travel buddies, and we just go to a different place. I take a month off and I tell my family, 11 months for you, 1 month for me, I'm gone. If anybody dies, keep them on ice. Don't come, I'm not coming back. I swear to God, I do this. I tell you, I hope people still like me after this show, Jennifer.
You know, what is good as you share this, Terri-Ann, it shows that we find our joy in different ways.
Yeah.
And it's so important. What is important is to know what gives you that joy.
Yeah. And it is that.
And not allow other people, because I'm hearing you talking and you really get joy in traveling. And I am saying, you know, I would not be one of her travel partners because I would not be happy going anywhere for no whole month. No. So you understand? But that's your joy. That's great. Yeah.
And I get just a different culture, different place, different, do different things. And I come back. So, you know, there are two parallels that I get for the family, and that makes me happy, but there's no joy in it. But if you want me to light up, and these last 2 years with COVID, I am ready to leave. I'm ready to go and do something. And it doesn't have to be far. It could be near. It could be far away. It doesn't matter. But once it is a very different experience, I'm very adventurous. So I remember going to a strange foreign land and I wanted to eat insects. And my travel buddy said, I am not going to eat any cockroach. And I was like, okay, give me a break now. Let's go and try the cockroach. Everybody here eating the cockroach. That's fun for me.
And that brings joy. And that is great because, you know what gives you joy. And this is what, Terri-Ann, and I'm hoping our, listeners, our audience, you out there, understand that it's important to know who you are.
Give yourself permission.
Yeah. And be free. I mean, we're chatting freely because we thought, people say, who are these two people? What we're all about. Yes, we're about the 5.8G and we sharing our, what makes us happy about our friends, etc. With the hope that when you get to understand us, the same way you should try and understand your circle. Because that helps with friendship. Terri-Ann, it definitely helps. So when you understand you understand your friends or who are around, then that connection, it makes a difference. That builds a healthy relationship. Yeah.
So if you all want to plan a vacation for us, you have to plan something nice and on the ground with Jennifer, but have an aspect of adventure and something off the chain for me.
I don't need to go on any plane to go anywhere. I had enough of that. And it wasn't that a great job. I mean, I enjoyed myself, but anytime I swear, if I go anywhere again, I just would feel sick with the hours on that plane and all that. I'm good.
Once there's an adventure, I can have an adventure in Trinidad.
And that's it. And I have friends like me and Terri, and I have other friends like you who would, they travel before the pandemic, just like you, go and enjoy themselves. And it's Jennifer, you want to come? Is that good?
Like me, I would go even if I can't travel, but I would go to, the other day we spoke about when we went on our trip to Mayaro and I let Waze do it and drive off. I would go into uncharted areas. I don't know the place and I will drive into there and go and people will say, are you crazy? No, not this time. If you stand up in front of my car, I'll knock you down.
That gets you going. and that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Because we know, and especially Terri-Ann, I feel I go back to our cohort, the stage we are in life. If we don't know what we like and what brings us joy now, then we in problems,
Then we
and then we want other persons to know, so they're gonna help, Yeah. I share very openly, and I always say that I share very openly because I want people and I want my circle to understand me, and feel free, even if they have to make their comments, I'm okay. But they understand being around me don't come with all the negatives, No.
Yeah. I'm a great listener, but I don't talk a lot. I talk a lot, but I don't give of me a lot. But I'm an excellent listener. So Jennifer, let's get to, as individuals, a style. How will you describe your style?
My style is a relaxed one.
First of all, let me ask you a plain question. Do you think you're a beautiful woman?
Yes, I don't have any problem with that. Yeah, I don't know hang-ups. I am not looking, I like who I am. So I never felt that my nose have to be straight, nothing. I'm good. And I was always like that. Yeah, and I have no, some people, I don't need a facelift. You know what I need to do? It's very fun. With more of the fairer skin, they have freckles. I swear with us and our family, some of us, we have a lot of moles. So in the earlies, I used to remove the moles. And then I say, why am I removing these moles? And lately I find because mommy, beautiful woman, her face is full of moles. And I was thinking, Terri-Ann, should I go back again and remove these moles? But there's so many now. And recently I say, listen to me, why, I'm okay. But as you said that was the only thing I thought. As I said, I never thought of any plastic surgery, anything like that. But I said, well, it'd be nice to move the moles. And I said, why? So I'm good. I'm back to being good. When I thought of the money now to move it, I said, I don't need to do that.
And how will you describe your style?
As I start saying, I have a more relaxed but freestyling. I like things loose on me, more very stylish, but with style, with a nice cut, but loose, elegant. I am more into, although sometimes I go bright, but I like a lot of earthy colors. I love my hair tie or with a hat. I like my headdress, let me say, whether it's the color of my hair or what I wrap it with or with a hat, something about my head. I like to, how they say, adorn your head with things.
You're always crowned. You are crowned.
Huh?
You are always
Yes,
crowned.
I like to do things with from way back. So it could be a hat, it could be a wrap, it could be a thing, it could be accessories. I like to accessorize. And when I say that, not with jewelry, I'm not one with jewelry with the gold and authentic, but I guess this is the African heritage with me. I like a lot of beads. I like to adorn myself, the top of my head, the ears, the neck, and like that. So that's basically, I don't know what is the correct term. I can't even say it's not Afrocentric. It's not, what's it called, the other one? I'm not sure in terms of style, what would be the correct description.
We have to ask Richard.
Is it?
We have to ask Richard.
Yeah. But I love, and as you said that, and you say ask Richard. So the style felt like Robert Young style. For local, you have like Heather Jones type style. You have, what's it called, this guy from South?
Zada Nisman.
Yes, his style. So if I may describe, I love those style Dawn, what's
Don
Dawn
Victor.
name?
Don Victor.
Victor. You
Mhm.
know, those type of loose has a bit of that next year with the cuttings and the cuts and things. So those would be, if I have to name like four of our creators, designers who I like to would choose outfits from. Those would be those are the designers I would go for.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose with style, I always, I ask the question, do you think you're a beautiful woman? Because so
Yeah.
many people are not confident saying yes. I believe that I am so phenomenally beautiful, it isn't funny.
Yeah, it's what you see,
Physically
beauty. Yeah.
and inside. And
Yeah.
based on that, my style sense is, I used to I used to tell my hairdressers, listen, do what you want with me. But when I walk out of here, make sure I don't see myself walking down the road. I don't want to meet myself walking down the road. I don't want anybody staring at me. But when they pass me, they have to look back again. Look at me staring. What the hell are you talking about? And I suppose
Yeah, that's a big order.
that's a huge order. And I think that is a key to why my friends sometimes say, but remember this girl that she has her own sense. I really like, I love my skin. I love who I am. And I like, I was definitely Afrocentric, Caribbean. I like core metals. I'm not necessarily a costume jewelry person, but
Right.
I would use simple pieces that are understated. I love elegance. I love elegance. Don't put me in anything with a waistband, a waistline. No. When I was small, I had some rash around my belly and they carried me for injections. Must be for a month. I screamed every day. And since then, every time I put on a skirt and I walk 10 steps, the zip reach from the back to the front because I will not tolerate anything tight on my waist. But I love a feminine aesthetic. I love to look strong. I love to present myself in my as natural a state as possible. And I think that I in terms of clothing, and I suppose like you, I love a lot of our designers, but I don't know that I have a style or a cut, but sometimes I see fabrics or colors that just talk to me and it just fits me. So my style really comes out of what I feel about me. I love being a Black woman. I love it. And I love to express it as whether it is an Afro Black, a Caribbean Black, whatever it is. And I just love anything that is natural. And natural for me does not mean unadorned.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Mean unadorned. And so therefore I would be simple, but it will be outstanding and classic. And I think that is my sense of style. I also love to be totally ragamuffin. And if you all know my mother, sometimes she tells me, just go back and dress yourself and look like my child. Because some days you all out there would wonder. I mean, look at Jennifer. Jennifer is so well put together. Why doesn't
I am no.
Why doesn't
I wouldn't, not ragamuffin. You know, have a thing, even in the house, have a thing about that, right?
Jennifer will get home clothes.
No.
I will sometimes just come on and like, all right, good. And that's how I feel today. So my style.
I can't take I'm not into the ragamuffin look at all.
Sometimes I revel in it. Don't call me here, just. But
no, as I get up, I have to at least,
get it done.
Even in the house, it has to coordinate. I can't put on something that's not coordinated.
Yeah.
at all.
No. Sometimes I think my style comes from inside of me, and I look at some things, and sometimes even my children would look at me and say, you know, you could do better. Then I would say, Terri-Ann, put in an effort. Don't take for granted that you have good structure and good DNA. Do
No.
something with it. But I
It's just
love to be elegant and
and
beautiful.
how you feel about it's really important too. If you feel
Mhm.
some people feel relaxed, like when I was speaking about me starting the Sage and the Sage. For those who don't know, Sage Marketplace, the clothes focusing on home clothes, but coordinates.
Mhm.
And a friend called and says, me, I like my old pants. And there's a guy, I like my old pants. And I think, I want to dress up in the house. And I said, no, but you could put on something decent. He said, nah, I'm comfortable with my, thing. So it's what you're comfortable in, what you're comfortable in. And that's it. So again, it shows that people are different and we should not judge. Terri-Ann I may go by Terri-Ann and she has on her comfort clothes. That's her. That doesn't affect me interacting with her, and I could overlook
Exactly.
that. Even if we're going out and she want to look ragamuffin, that's her business. I'm not ashamed or I don't feel, well, that's not my look. So I don't have to be with her. And
Yep.
this is how we should look in terms of others. Instead of judging and say, look what that person have on. You accept them because they are comfortable with
Exactly.
what they have on. They left home feeling very comfortable with their look, and that's
And
how
I
it
really
is.
am not bothered by, I'm really not bothered by other people's opinions of
And that is how it's
I
supposed to be,
wear,
Terri-Ann.
how I
Yeah.
look, and how I
Yeah.
feel. And I really, really am driven by what I feel like today. And it's not always to my advantage, but I am cool with it. So
As long as you're comfortable with how you look and how you want to be, that's important.
definitely. I'll give a joke that's so typical of me. Um, I recently received a pair of sandals sent to me by my sister, but the shippers made a mistake. There are two colors. One is a sort of coral red and one is brown. And she is appalled. You will not wear those shoes. And I'm looking at these things and saying, I can rock that. Which take the trouble to send this back and so on.
You don't need to sell it, just need to dye it.
No, leave them the two colors. I think that's a statement. So it's two colors. One is coral and one is tan. I think you wear a shoe with two colors in it, but it pairs match. Why can't one shoe be? And you're gonna see me soon.
But because I am one for coordinates,
Be coordinated.
I would not wear it. I would not wear it. I would dye them because that's me. As I said, I need to have things in order and set up and color coordinated. So the first thing I would do would be dyeing them. And that has happened where I bought sandals. One, it was just faded. So I just put the other one out in the sun to fade. It was that type of leather until they
I would
both
do
look
that.
alike.
I
But
would.
I wouldn't wear two different colors. Although that's actually Terri-Ann, the young people now, that's what they do. Huh? I
would
see
do
now
that.
with the sneakers are different
We took
colors.
that from olden days. I mean, if I
Yeah.
had, for example, I love these earrings. They handmade it something. If I lose one side and I have another shell earring, I'm going to put it on. I'll have two different earrings on. That's not a big deal.
No, I would
It's
not
the
do that,
aesthetic,
Terri-Ann.
so it's
I would feel most uncomfortable. But I hear you. I hear you.
it's
And that is so, as you say, sense of style. And some people,
my style comes out of me. It reflects how I am today, and this is how I feel. I like this. I think it looks good, and I'm going to go with it, even though sometimes it may be considered, and we talk about that, so we could segue from there into our professional lives. How are you as a professional?
I'm extremely professional. What I term professional, and for me, as you know, I came out of the field of insurance where you really be of service, right? And in terms of being a professional, I see being a professional is how I conduct myself. And I believe as a professional, I am qualified in the areas that I choose that in my career. I think that helps because if you have to give advice, if you have to help others, and you profess to be, and I'm taking professional here, not only in how you act and you act with clients or your service to others, etc. But I'm also adding in as a professional, being qualified within that profession, that area. Okay. And it could be anything, but having the knowledge and the experience, the expertise helps. So yeah, I consider it as a professional. Now I see myself really giving up my best and caring about people, making sure that the service I offer would help them become better. Professional, I'm about time. I really, if I have an appointment at a certain time, I would keep it. I respect people's time, and I expect them to respect me. For me as a professional, I should not, and I'm not judgmental. I try to meet persons at where they are. I demand that same kind of respect, by the way. But so yeah, I would say generally what I see as being professional, my values, etc. I consider that under the term professional. And this is how I see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all those things count. If I were to tell someone, what would you expect to meet when you engage with me professionally, is a very truthful experience, to the extent that we are in the business of service and advice. And even when I was in the corporate world, very often I find all the things that you said are part and parcel of it, is how you look and how you bring yourself together and so on. But for me, it is so important that a client gets my expertise. And sometimes some people don't, what they need to hear might hurt them. And I'm not reluctant in letting them know what may be hurtful, but it's delivered in as empathetic a way as possible. Yeah. And I think sometimes people who engage with me professionally, when that comes at them, because if you are doing something that is wrong, or you are misguided, or you believe that something is perfect and it is not, I will let you know, because I think it's important when you're supporting and advising people who trust you, and sometimes your clients trust you to continue mama guiding them, you know. And I don't do that.
I want to hear the truth.
And I think that is a hallmark of me as a professional, that I value, that client, people who work with me, they appreciate, because with everything else that you said, there is an honesty that is required. You know, sometimes the dressmaker, you want this style and this fashion, and the dressmaker will tell you, you want to try this or that. I will probably say, well, I'm not making the dress because it's not going to look good on you. And you get that. So me as a professional, you will get that from me. And sometimes Jennifer has to kick me under a table, you know, and say, Terri-Ann. But she sees me like, this is not going where it should be going. Now let's get it back on course. You know? So, but I think it is important. It it is important that you are true to your profession, true to your knowledge, and you are honest with your clients, and you help your clients to see and to also understand when your client doesn't want that kind of honesty, and you are able to say, okay, then we can move on, and I like that aspect of me as a professional. I might lose some business, but yeah. Jennifer, I hope
I don't know about the losing business. We take people serious. Take people serious.
I deal with serious people.
You need to have that trust. You need to tell the truth, as you say, and not fool them, because at the end of the day, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. That's. I think that's a differentiating factor for me as a professional.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, we've gone through a whole list of stuff, and there's one more thing that I think it's one of our roles that we treasure the most. We are both mothers. What does motherhood mean to you?
Yeah. Motherhood, let me just say that I am not mushy and saying you're a mother and you have children. For me, I have two daughters, I'm good. So being a mother, what I try to do, my aim, and I guess this came from my family background, I'm very family oriented. And as a mother, I looked at my role as really preparing, in my case, preparing my daughters for the world out there, and ensuring that the basic things that they got, the education, I share a lot of experiences, etc. All that is to prepare them for adulthood. I focus in everything I did in their bringing, I felt was preparing them for adulthood. I focus a lot on values, on making sure they understand who they are, have them grounded, etc. So motherhood for me was really preparing them for adulthood in a way that they can take care of themselves, they would be honest, and I'm about all the being honest and charitable, and all the things I talk about me, I passed on. So I just was happy in motherhood, trying not to have this, to put pressure, to say you have to be X, Y, and Z, but to know that, hey, if you do X, Y, and Z, then you would be a better adult, then life would be much better for you as against going down a certain road. So that's how I look at motherhood, not in terms of I have two children kind of thing. I don't know, it may sound different. I'm not boastful, and I'm happy. I am happy with my daughters. I'm happy how they turn out. It may be certain things that they do I may not be in agreement with, but I accept the fact that I have done what I had to do. I have no regrets with what I did. And I still, and to me, I see motherhood and being as ongoing.
Yeah.
And now I have grands, so kind of doing a repeat of it. So I don't know if that explains, but that's for me is being a mother.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
I don't know. As I say, it's not being mushy.
That has been Jennifer.
Yeah.
I suppose for me, I have two sons, and I always wanted two of the same kind of children. I didn't want a boy and a girl. I wanted two boys or two girls. And in my heart of hearts, I always said, Lord, give me two boys, because I grew up with myself and two sisters, and I don't think I want to deal with a daughter like I was a daughter. So I kind of prayed until I got two sons. And it's been an interesting challenge. You look at and I'm this is a mother of sons. I don't know how I would have been as a mother of daughters. Um, you grow up and you develop looking at the issue of males, the black males in the country. And in my family, there are many strong men, and my husband's side of the family is very testosterone. I live in a house with men. I'm the only woman here. And when a woman comes into this house, I kind of get happy because there's men who really don't take care of her. So, but
They live in their life.
they live in their lives and they're very, very happy. And one of the things I know I always thought about was in being a mother to sons, I am conscious of being responsible for creating a good husband to somebody and a good father for somebody.
Okay.
And I now that they are adults, and the other day I was talking to a friend and I said, before parent was a verb, now it's an adjective, because you can look at your children, and I am really proud of the kind of openness, the kind of not open like you could come and tell me any nonsense and you ain't getting no discipline. I was a disciplinarian. They get licks with pot, spoon, belt, broom. They get all kind of licks.
Now they call it abuse, huh?
It was abuse. It was abuse. Yes, I know it was abuse. And it all happened before they were 6. They got straight before they were 6. Now they just have to think a door like it and they're straight. But I think one of the things that I am most proud of as a mother of young men is that and of course it is not just me. They're part of a big family circle. Their father, their grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, but they come from me, so I am primary. So is that they are empathetic human beings. And they're conscious of being citizens in the world. They're not by any means perfect, but they are so perfect in so many different ways. And I am just as I'm happy that in my role of mother, when I look back at what I, when you start this life and you have these little children, you have a thought of where they're going to be and where they're going to be, that I can say that I have 2 young Afro-Trinidadian men who really and truly would be great fathers and great partners for someone when they choose to do it. And I think that's one of my biggest achievements. And I would say that's one of my biggest achievements. So, Jennifer, I think we've been chatting, yes, for about an hour. You think?
Yeah, and I hope this chat, as you realize, we decided to chat and share our stories. But behind it all, Terri-Ann, is for others not just to understand who we are and why we're here, because our aim, of course, is to ensure that our cohort really learned to chat, to have open discussions with family members, with friends, because many times people will tell us, you always talk and you all look so cool and everything. We can't do that. So we're just sharing and showing you it's very easy if you're honest. If you believe in yourself, you don't have to wait on anybody to judge you. That's not it. You know your circle and you create that nice family circle with relationships, because building relationship is being open. So yes, Terri-Ann, I am so happy that we decided to open up to you all, to bring you all into our lives, to chat just openly. And you realize, hey, this is what it's all about at this stage. This is what life is about. We want you to be happy. We want you to be open and just sharing. And of course, we are here to help, to make that difference in your life. Yeah.
Great, great. And I'm sure that some of my friends listening to me today would have understood things that they didn't understand before. I'm such a close person.
No, my friends will say, well, that is Jennifer. You know, that's exactly how Jennifer is. So I'm okay. I'm always like that. I'm an open book.
Yeah.
I always tell them about, in spite of what, and let me tell you, we are chatting here and we get that feedback that, oh, you all could talk, you all happy, you all have everything. We also share when we have all our challenges. And I tell you, not that I don't have the challenge, I don't allow it to get to me.
Yeah.
I don't allow it to get to me. I find the things that could just ease the situation. I pray a lot. That's the part, Terri-Ann and I would say we're very spiritual with all that. I pray a lot, and it helps me to cope with the challenges.
Yeah.
You know, in addition to looking for things that I like and enjoy, but the prayers also keep me focused, you know, and give me that faith knowing, hey, no matter what, the end gonna be a positive one.
Absolutely. Okay. So we really do hope you are now part of our circle. You know us better, a little better. You know more about us. So until next week, bye.
Bye.
So 1st of April, Easter Monday, Connections 50 Plus is 5 years old and we celebrating.
So we invite you all to come out and hang with us because listen, it will be lots and lots of fun. So when we start at 11,
At Kaiso Blues.
listen to me. Oh gosh. And you know, it's so easy to find Kaiso Blues right there on Rice Road.
Yes.
And when you start turning, there's so much parking, Terri-Ann.
Yeah.
So
Parking, brunch, music.
And me. Let me tell you,
yes.
we're going to have a frolicking time.
Oh,
we
yes.
have games and we have awards. All of you
Awards.
who've been to all of these connections events, we have
$1 million
awards.
prize.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you something. Anybody who in our cohort that is 5.8G and alive, we will be at Kaiso
there.
Blues on Easter
April.
Monday
Yes.
from 11 to 3.
3.
Listen, man,
Lots of
fun.
Brunch
And listen to me.
inclusive, $350 we have in
food
fun.
they cook at Kaiso Blues. Let me
Let
tell
me
you about that.
I can't go there and
Yes.
eat. I never go there and eat. Listen.
So come and turn up and tune up.
Yes.
Yeah, just right.
We're having a
I
good
can't believe all you wasn't going to call me.
No, you preempted. No, you preempted. We were just about to do it, and you came into the
yes.
How could
rush
we
it.
forget?
All right.
Yes.
I
How could
wouldn't
we
rush.
forget?
I wouldn't rush. What I do, I'll go and prep myself because I have to be there early.
Mean man there,
So see you then.
right?
Hello.
Great.
50 Plus Tribe and follow us from Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Thank you for joining us on this Connections 50 Plus 5.8G Alive show.
We hope you enjoyed the lively conversation and look forward to seeing you next week.
Don't forget to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We really love getting your feedback. Bye for now.